Hi everyone, welcome back to Storytime Recaps. In this video, I'm going to recap one of the film from 2016, Before I Wake. Without any further, let's get started. The film opens with an adult man sneaking into a young child's room at midnight, pointing a gun at the sleeping boy while apologizing and referring to him as Cody. He pulls the trigger after hearing a sudden ruckus, wakes Cody with the shooting, then sobs and apologizes to him. A few months later, Jesse and Mark Hobson, a couple who have been authorized as foster parents, confront foster care worker Natalie about an 8-year-old kid named Cody. His mother passed away when he was just 3 years old, and his father was never around. Although Cody has had a lot of bad experiences in the foster care system, his previous foster parents left him to live alone for almost a month before he was rescued. But he is smart and tough, and Natalie believes he would be a great fit for the Hobsons. After finding the ideal child, the Hobson family returned home with joy that day. Their little son Sean had tragically drowned in a bathtub, which had a huge effect on the couple, but they are now prepared to welcome a new family member. To make the house suitable for Cody, they redesign it. Mark removes all of Sean's pictures off the walls, leaving only their family photo. He also installs an extra handle on the wall next to the bathtub. Later that day, Jessie shares with her self-help group that they have decided to foster Cody. Everyone there feels happy for her, as Jessie had struggled to go to sleep since Sean's passing. The following day, the couple eagerly awaits Cody's arrival. Natalie drives in their driveway, and they hurry to meet him. He greets them good morning and offers a package, which Mark helps him in carrying inside. As he looks around the house, Mark describes his collection of games to Cody, and he sees a family photo on the wall. After that, the adults show him his new room, which he adores, especially the butterfly pattern curtains. Natalie informs them that Cody enjoys collecting butterflies as a hobby. Later that evening, the couple puts Cody to bed, but on their way out, Cody sits up, opens the box he brought with him. Cody drinks soda and begins reading the book under the blanket with a torchlight. The next day, on his first day of school, he meets Annie and becomes friends with her. That day, while Jessie was folding Cody's laundry, she found his hidden box, which included his book about butterflies, multiple soda cans, and a bottle of stimulant. When she puts him to bed at night, she asks him about the box. He says the stimulants and soda cans are to keep him awake. He also says that when he falls asleep, the canker man appears. Jessie dismisses this, assuming the child is having nightmares, and tells him that the man will leave without much explanation. But because Cody thinks the canker man ate his mother and is always with him, Jessie puts him to bed and goes to Mark in their living room. She feels bad about going into Cody's box and feels like she's invading on his privacy, but Mark tells her it's for his own good. Later, while watching a movie together, a lot of butterflies suddenly appear in the room. They appear holographic, and the couple is shocked to see so many at once. Mark puts one in a glass for Cody, and Jessie shuts the windows, which causes all of the butterflies to vanish. That night, Jessie finds it difficult to fall asleep. She goes to the kitchen and hears a strange noise. She looks around to see if someone is intruding, but then Sean appears in the dark living room. Jessie is shocked as a glass falls out of her hand and breaks. When she looks up again, Sean has left, so she goes to check on Cody in his room, where he sleeps soundly. The following day, when Jessie returns to the self-help group, she informs them that she saw Sean, in her opinion, seemed upset that Cody has taken her position. Later that day, Mark sees Cody gazing at their family photo with Sean in it. He asks about Sean with the couple, and they kindly respond to all of Cody's queries.
Like I'm sure you wish your mama had.
At night, the butterflies return, and as they scan around them, Sean unexpectedly enters the room dressed just like in their family photo. The couple is so shocked that they approach him to touch him and discover that he is real, but Sean vanishes out of sight. At the same moment, Cody wakes up, goes down, and apologizes to the couple. The next day's breakfast is odd. Jessie and Mark are still in shock and are unsure of what to say, but they think that Sean's appearance is related to Cody, and Cody apologizes to them for something. Later, after Cody returns from school, the family watches a Christmas video of Sean, in which the three of them appear to be quite content. That night, after Cody goes to sleep, Mark and Jessie remain in the living room when all of a sudden the room is filled with Christmas lights and a Christmas tree appears. At that moment, Sean appears wearing the same clothes he wore in the video, and the video comes to life. Mark and Jesse are left stunned, realizing that Cody is blessed with magical abilities, and that all of his dreams come true while he is asleep but disappear when he wakes up. On the following day, Cody sketches a man and then scribbles over it. He informs Annie that it's the Canker Man, and that sometimes the man stays away when Cody scribbles over him. Jesse puts the images of Sean back for Cody to see. Mark is not happy about the idea and accuses Jesse of using Cody to satisfy her wishes, but Jesse maintains that Cody is the only person who can help them heal, so he takes the photo frames away. The following day, Cody brings a butterfly to school, but Tate, the bully, destroys it. Cody nearly nods off in class because he has been up all night worrying about the Canker Man. During lunch, he is allowed to take a short nap in class, and when he dozes off, he is alone himself. Cody's blessing is also a burden, since he has nightmares about the Canker Man that are as real as his dreams. While Cody sleeps, his bully comes into the classroom and faces the Canker Man. Annie witnesses the Canker Man pamper Tate. She yells in terror. When Cody wakes up, Tate is gone, and the police show up at the school to look into the disappearance. Cody drinks coffee to keep from falling asleep because he cannot risk it right now. That night, Cody was reading the butterfly book as usual when he heard some noise and went to look under the bed. Then, Tate's ghost appeared in front of him and pulled him beneath the bed. Cody screamed, "I'm awake," and struggled to get away. In the meantime, Sean walks up to Jesse and says, "I'm awake." Cody cries loudly, which stops the dreams, and Jesse runs to him, asking him what's wrong and trying to calm him down. The next day, Jesse discusses Cody's insomnia with a doctor. In the meantime, Cody and Mark go shopping and buy stuff for Cody's room. When they get home, two policemen are waiting outside their house and want to speak with Cody about Tate's abduction.
Cody.
Later that day, Cody queries the couple about Sean's passing, but they ignore him. Jesse mixes Cody's milk with the prescribed sleeping tablets, which he then consumes, although her husband is unaware of it. As Mark puts him to bed, he tells him that Sean died from drowning. The medicine allows Cody to sleep soundly that night. Later, when Sean appears in front of Jesse and Mark in the living room, he looks horrible and throws up water. Mark rushes up to awaken Cody, but the drug prevents him from waking up. The dream quickly evolves into a nightmare when a tall creature emerges in front of Jesse in the living room. She rushes to Cody's room and locks the door, Mark worried about that Cody won't wake up. At that moment, Jesse admits to drugging him, and she stares as the creature devours Mark before passing out. She wakes up in the morning to Cody phoning 911, but Mark is nowhere to be found, as if he has vanished into thin air. The police come at the incident and accuse Jesse of drugging the child, believing that Jesse and Mark are abusing Cody. They take him away as Jesse screams for them to stop. Jesse then meets Natalie, who accuses her of abusing children and orders her to leave. Nevertheless, Jesse finds Cody's paperwork on her desk and takes it. Through the file, she learns about a man named Wellen Young. He is the father of the second family that took in Cody. Then, she visits him, and he tells her that he and his wife raised Cody for 15 months before his dream engulfed his wife as well. Young was so furious with Cody that he nearly killed him. He then asks her to kill Cody so that no one else will have to endure his nightmares, but Jesse declines. From the file, she also finds Cody's mother's information and her hospital reports. Jesse then decides to go to the hospital and investigate further.
All I have is a last name and a...
The hospital gives her her mother's possessions, which include a butterfly-shaped pillow in her journal. By reading the journal and the reports, Jesse discovers the Canker Man's existence. She then brings the pillow to the orphanage where Cody is staying. His caregivers are concerned about him because he hasn't slept for a few nights. Unaware of the Canker Man, they give him a sedative to put him to sleep, and Cody also has dreams about him that night. When Jessie first enters the building, she is startled by a flutter of black moths. She then witnesses Sean drowning in the bathtub, a terrifying woman twisting Cody's head, and finally, Mark standing in front of her. Terrified, she shuts the door to that room. When she eventually makes it to Cody's room, the Canker Man rushes to attack her, but instead of fleeing, she shows him the butterfly pillow, and he pauses. As Jessie gives him a slow hug, the man transforms into Cody, who suddenly vanishes. Cody is asleep when Jessie picks him up and takes him outside. Natalie, who has been pampered by the canker man, wakes up and watches Jesse take him away, but she allows it. They see plenty of lovely butterflies soaring across the corridor. His nightmare has turned into a wonderful dream. The following day, Jesse tells Cody that his mother, Andrea, passed away from pancreatic cancer. Andrea had learned about Cody's gift when he was just a baby and had documented it in her journal. However, when Cody was only 3 years old, Andrea received a cancer diagnosis, and Cody had witnessed his mother fighting the disease and on the edge of death. She was bald and thin at the time, and as he was too young to recognize her as his mother, he assumed it was the canker guy. He was informed that his mother had died of cancer. When he made up the canker man and thought he had taken her away, his dream started. Now that Cody is aware that the canker guy is a myth, Jesse thinks his nightmare will never return. But since Mark and the other people the canker man had abducted haven't returned, Jesse thinks that perhaps they will. After thanking Jesse for bringing him home and calling her mother, Cody starts to learn how to manage his miraculous talent. Thanks for watching, and remember to turn on your notifications to watch more movie recaps like this one.